last piece I want to talk about on the Thunder is Josh Giddey. Look, I wasn't happy when the Thunder got picked number 6 in the draft. The lottery did not do as well, and it's really never been that good for the Thunder since I've been following the NBA. They did get Russell Westbrook, they did get Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant was at number 2. Russell Westbrook was not a top 2 pick. James Harden was not up there in the top 2 either. The lottery has not been nice to Oklahoma City. They had a chance to get picks number 1 and 5 when we fall to 6. So obviously when they drafted Giddey, I was upset that we didn't get Mobley. I wanted Mobley so bad. I thought him and Shea could be lethal on the pick and roll, and Mobley's been great. But I really like what I've seen from Josh Giddey, and obviously, I've mentioned it before, but a big reason that I held some bias against Josh Giddey is just because of his TikTok. Like, man, dude posts corny stuff on there, bro. That was my first. I didn't really know much about Josh Giddey when he got drafted. I went back and watched some of his tape. It was nice. But my biggest impression of Josh Giddey was this dude's corny TikToks. If I had $1 for every time he posted a breathe, what do you mean breathe? I'd be richer than Josh Giddey on his rookie contract. He posts that, and he's just doing weird stuff. But you know what? It doesn't matter what he's doing off the court. On the court, he's looking like a Rookie of the Year candidate. Hashtag Sports crunches all the stats into one rating. Field goal percentage, assists, points, free throw percentage, everything into one stat. And there was only a couple of guys above 2.0. And the only guy ahead of Josh Giddey was Evan Mobley. Josh Giddey's sitting number 2 right now in the rookie ratings from that slate that I think has a very good system of evaluating players. Giddey's sitting right now at number 10 in assist ratio in the entire NBA. He's putting up 11.3 points, a good amount of rebounds, and a good amount of assists. I think we're going to see a triple-double here soon. He's looking good. I like Josh Giddey a lot when I'm seeing him on the court. He's grown on me off the court. I think he has a sense of humor. But Dylan, what's your thoughts on the Thunder's rookie?
Yeah, Josh Giddey is, I think, one of the few success stories early on in his career with the ability to produce, but not coming from college basketball in the United States, that is. Like, yeah, there was LaMelo, but like, the guys that go to Australia or something and then they come over back to the United States, they don't always pan out very well, especially early on. But Josh Giddey's looked really, really impressive to me so far. One of the most underrated vets in the league is Joe Ingles for the Utah Jazz, and he's Australian, and he speaks highly of Josh Giddey. He always looked at Josh Giddey's film, and Josh Giddey has talked about how much he appreciated that and helped him grow through that. But yeah, Josh Giddey is just making savvy vet plays. He's making passes that you have to pause the game and rewind it just to figure out how he just made that pass, because it's just insane. So I'm really, really impressed with how Josh Giddey has been playing, and I'm really, really happy for the Thunder that they, even though they fell outside of the top 5, that they still found a quality player that fits their timeline and fits what they needed on their team.
Playing international, I think, helped him 100%. He looked good coming into the season. He looked a little bit shaky in preseason and the Summer League, but he was also hurt during the Summer League. He came in looking poised. He was going up against some of the best players in the NBA to start off the season, and he handled his own. Like I said, sitting at 11.3 points, 5.7 rebounds a game, and 5.9 assists. He's getting it done, and he also has to share the ball with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Those guys are both competing to be the primary ball handler, and they're playing off of each other really well. I like what I'm seeing from Josh Giddey, and this is a guy that scouts weren't high on. Literally on national TV the night he got drafted, here was his weaknesses given by the media. His weaknesses: ball handling, shot creation, shot assessment, outside shooting, on-ball defense, and athleticism. So the game of basketball. They were saying his weakness is basketball. There's not a good part of his game. Every part of basketball was his weakness. And he comes out and shows that he can ball. And this is a guy who turned 19 less than 30 days ago. He's a young guy. Him and Pokusevski are the two of the youngest guys in the NBA, both international guys that came to the Thunder looking to grow their games, and they're looking good. Giddey, I'm really high on him. I'm excited to see how he grows because we're still sitting probably 8 years away from his peak. If he'd spot into the Thunder, he wanted to go to Oklahoma City, and I'm glad the Thunder got him.